Have you ever noticed how some people seem to move forward while others stay stuck in the same place year after year? It's not always because they're smarter. It's not always because they're richer. And it's definitely not because life is easier for them. Most of the time, the difference is simple. One person starts, the other keeps waiting. Waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for confidence, waiting for motivation, waiting for support, waiting for everything to feel right. But here's the truth. Life rarely gives anyone the perfect moment. The people you admire today didn't begin because they felt ready. They began because they were tired of staying where they were. Think about that for a second. Every successful person you've ever looked up to once stood exactly where you are right now. Confused, uncertain, afraid. The difference is they took one step anyway, and that one step changed everything. Most people believe confidence comes first. It doesn't. Action comes first. Confidence follows action. A person doesn't become brave and then face challenges. They face challenges and become brave. That's how growth works. Nobody wakes up one day with unlimited confidence. It is built through small victories. One decision, one effort, one day at a time. Imagine a man standing at the edge of a cold swimming pool. He spends 30 minutes thinking about jumping in. He analyzes the temperature, he worries about the shock, he wonders if he'll regret it. Meanwhile, another person jumps in within 10 seconds. Who adjusts faster? The one who acted. Because overthinking never teaches what experience can. The same thing happens in life. People spend years preparing for opportunities they could have started today. They read another book, watch another video, wait another month, and suddenly years pass. The dream remains a dream. Not because it was impossible, because it was postponed. Success isn't usually destroyed by failure. It's destroyed by delay. Every day you postpone your goals, you're training yourself to believe they aren't important. And eventually, your actions start matching that belief. But the moment you decide your future matters more than your excuses, everything begins to change. The truth is that discipline often looks boring. Nobody posts the early mornings. Nobody celebrates the days when nothing exciting happens. Nobody sees the sacrifices. But that's where real transformation lives. In the quiet moments. The moments when nobody is watching. The moments when quitting would be easy. Anyone can work hard when they're inspired. The real test is working when you're not. Because motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. Motivation is an emotion. Discipline is a decision. And decisions create results. Look at athletes. The championship isn't won on game day. It's won during thousands of practice sessions nobody remembers. Look at entrepreneurs. The business isn't built by one lucky moment. It's built through countless days of consistency. Look at strong people. They weren't born resilient. Life tested them. And instead of breaking, they adapted. Every challenge became a lesson. Every setback became preparation. Every failure became feedback. That's the mindset that changes lives. When something goes wrong, most people ask, why is this happening to me? Winners ask, what is this teaching me? That small shift changes everything. Because victims focus on problems. Leaders focus on solutions. One mindset creates excuses. The other creates progress. And progress, no matter how small, always beats standing still.
A young delivery driver worked long hours every day, while other rest after work. He spent one extra hour learning new skill online. Months later, nothing seemed different. A year later, everything was different. The habit nobody noticed became the success everyone noticed.
The hardest part of any journey isn't the work. It's believing the work will matter before you see results. That's where most people quit. They plant the seed, water it for a week, then dig it up because it hasn't become a tree. But success doesn't work like that. Growth is often invisible before it becomes obvious. For a long time, it feels like nothing is happening. You're studying, practicing, improving, learning, and the world doesn't notice. Then one day, people call your progress overnight success. What they didn't see were the months and years behind it. Every breakthrough has a backstory. Every achievement has unseen effort. And every winner has moments when they wanted to quit. The difference is they didn't. They kept moving. Even when it was slow. Even when it was difficult. Even when nobody believed in them. One of the most dangerous habits in life is comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. Social media makes this even harder. You see the highlights, the victories, the luxury, the results. But you don't see the struggles that came before them. You don't see the failures. You don't see the sleepless nights. You don't see the doubts. So stop comparing. Your journey is your journey. Focus on becoming better than the person you were yesterday. That's a competition you can actually win. And here's something important. Not every day needs to be extraordinary. You don't need to change your life overnight. You only need to improve a little. One better choice, one better habit, one better decision. Small improvements repeated daily become massive results over time. The problem is that people underestimate consistency. They want dramatic change, but dramatic change is usually the result of consistent actions. Imagine improving just 1% every day. At first, it seems meaningless, but over time, those tiny improvements compound. Just like money grows through compound interest, success grows through compound effort. The little things matter. The extra page you read, the workout you almost skipped, the skill you practiced, the conversation you had, the risk you took. Those moments seem small until one day they aren't. And then there's fear. Fear stops more dreams than failure ever will. Fear of rejection, fear of embarrassment, fear of making mistakes, fear of not being good enough. But here's what many people never realize. Courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is moving despite fear. Every successful person felt afraid. They simply refused to let fear make decisions for them. Because fear often lies. It tells you you're not ready. It tells you you'll fail. It tells you people will judge you. Sometimes people do judge, but their opinions won't build your future. Your actions will. You cannot control what others think. You can control what you do. That's where your power lives. Not in public approval, not in luck, not in perfect conditions. In your choices. Every single day, life asks a question. Will you move forward or stay comfortable? Comfort feels safe, but growth rarely happens there. Growth happens when you challenge yourself, when you learn something new, when you take responsibility, when you push beyond what feels easy. That's why successful people often do things they don't feel like doing. Not because they enjoy discomfort, because they understand the price of staying the same. Years from now, you'll either thank yourself or regret yourself.
The decisions you're making today are creating that future. Think about the person you want to become. What habits would that person have?
The future really change in dramatic moment. It's change through a small decision repeated every day. Keep showing up even when process feel invisible. Stay planned, stay disciplined, and trust the process. The person you become is being spent by the choosing your Mac today.